Skip and Skip X in bed X share closed Tallahassee Leon Babe Ruth 13U hitting coach Nick Gray, a Florida High assistant coach and former slugger at Madison County, talks about his Babe Ruth baseball all-star team. Brian Miller / Democrat Tallahassee-Leon Babe Ruth All-Stars start play Thursday in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Boy photo Tallahassee Leon Babe Ruth 13U single quote as Andrew Penny throws during a practice Monday at TCC to prepare for the Babe Ruth World Series. Photo, Brian Miller / Democrat right parenthesis by photos. Florida A&M baseball coach Jamie Shapay talked to Tallahassee Leon Babe Ruth's 13 under All-Star team on Monday in TCC's locker room. He had 1.2 discuss. Doing whatever it took to be the best teammate. Shapay, who was a part of 9 College World Series teams while pitching coach at Florida State, told a couple stories to illustrate what that looked like. Former Seminoles first baseman Ryan Barthelme's unselfishness. College of Charleston's 2016 national championship team. Hustle plays even when an out seems certain because you never know who will be watching. By photo Florida A&M baseball coach Jamie Shapay talks to Tallahassee Leon Babe Ruth's 13U All-Stars about the definition of team as the group prepares to play in the Babe Ruth World Series. Photo, Brian Miller / Democrat right parenthesis for TLBR 13U. It starts play at 5:30 p.m. Thursday in Mountain Home, Arkansas, in the Babe Ruth World Series. It has been 8 years since TLBR brought home a championship. And this year's group, which has been decimating opponents on the way to becoming one of 8 teams remaining. Listen to how team could be the thing that allows them to halt a small title drought. Double quote it made sense. And the stories he told makes us want to do the right thing, said Jackson West, 7 years the younger brother of former FSU catcher Gage West. Double quote this team is very good to each other. We bonded together and play really good as a team. We feel like we had a really good chance. Double quote by photo TLBR 13U catcher Jackson West throws to first base during a practice Monday at TCC to prepare for the Babe Ruth World Series. Photo, Brian Miller / Democrat right parenthesis in fact, Gage West was on the 13U Babe Ruth World Series championship team that TLBR produced in 2009, a year in which its 15U group also won. 2 years after winning as 13S. Double quote I was a bad boy, Jackson said, I want to win, too. It's a little rivalry. Double quote related TLBR 13U headed to Babe Ruth World Series. Hustlebur took off Tuesday morning on an 11-hour drive to reach Mountain Home, which sports a brand new park with a turn infield and grass outfield. The venue is expected to draw an average of 2,500 fans per game. Double quote this being the first time they've been. They're just really excited, said TLBR 13U head coach Mike Harrison, whose group was part of a champions banquet on Wednesday night, preceding Thursday morning's parade in the town of 12,000. Double quote after we get through the first inning of the first game, everybody will be okay as far as nerves, TLBR 13U assistant coach Jim Hitch said. I'm sure these kids aren't used to playing in front of that kind of crowd, but I expect we'll be fine because they're a pretty relaxed group. Double quote the Tallahassee Leon Babe Ruth 13U All-Star team won its Southeast Region tournament this past weekend, and it will now head to Arkansas for the Babe Ruth World Series. Photo, Tallahassee Leon Babe Ruth right parenthesis it's single quote as easy to be relaxed when crushing everybody. TLBR 13U hasn't played a game longer than 5 innings all summer, outering its opponents 144-15 combined over the state and regional tournaments. In its Southeastern Regional demolition, TLBR 13U outcurred 5 opponents 86-8. As a team, TLBR 13U is hitting .543 and has walked 58 times versus striking out just 7 times. With Speedy Parker McDonald and Chris Stanfield 14 RBI igniting things at the top of the lineup. It has allowed 3, 4, 5, 6 batters: Jackson West 17 RBI, Adam Parzyk 14 RBI, Joe Butler 12 RBI, and Cody Ashley 12 RBI to produce in bunches. By photo TLBR 13U outfielder Chris Stanfield warms up with his teammates before a practice Monday at TCC to prepare for the Babe Ruth World Series. Photo, Brian Miller / Democrat right parenthesis TLBR 13U has been down just one time, giving up 3 runs in the top of the first inning, only to come back with an 11 spot in the bottom of the frame. One of Shapay's biggest teaching points was if and when TLBR 13U gets faced with some late inning adversity, how will it respond? United teams find a way. Double quote that will be our biggest test, Harrison said. We've only had to rally once, but we did when we got punched in the mouth. Hopefully, that will be our mentality the whole time. Double quote TLBR 13U single quote as first pool play game for this week will be against the Arkansas State champs, preceding what will ideally be a number 1 seeding for the single elimination bracket early next week. Across the U.S., Babe Ruth has over 60,000 teams in its 11,000 leagues from ages 12 to 18. from approximately 313 under all-star teams down to the final 8. TLBR 13U has a legitimate shot at being the best of the best. Double quote, I don't know if it has hit everyone else, but it has definitely hit me to realize how close we are to doing this and how many kids have tried to make it there and win it. West said, it has only been a select few. Hopefully, we can do it.